everyone, it's Kris.
And I'm Wyatt Elliott from Notebook Entertainment.
And you're watching Horrorland News. Alright, we are officially back. We've actually gone into production on things. We have a full week for you. I know it's been a while. So Wednesday, we're back with Thanks We Hate It. Alex and I pick up on our countdown of the decades, doing worst horror movies of the 50s. That was fun. Friday, we have our review this for Jurassic World Dominion coming out. We have some things to say. Baby Blue is adorable. That's what I have to say. And more dinosaurs, less humans. We'll leave it at that. All right, so that's what's coming up this week. We might also have a few little mini things to throw at you. Depends on how our editor feels.
Yeah,
We'll see.
how things go.
We'll see. All right, so let's move on to TV Roundup.
No TV and no beer make Homer something.
All right, so first up, The Sandman on Netflix. It's based on the series of graphic novels by Neil Gaiman. This is the first one. It's amazing. I love Neil Gaiman. He's one of my favorite authors. You know him. You may not think you do, but if you've seen American Gods, that's Neil Gaiman. Good Omens, that's Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Lucifer show on Netflix. Based on Lucifer in Here, very loosely based on Lucifer in Here. Have you seen the movie Coraline? Have you seen the movie Stardust? Neil Gaiman works. You love Neil Gaiman, guys. Please watch this when it comes out. It'll be coming out August 5th. I cannot wait. They dropped a trailer. Watch it. It looks amazing. I'm going to leave this here so he can read it. So that way when it comes out, he knows kind of what's going on.
I've been seriously hearing about this book for a long time. So I am excited to read it, and I'm excited to watch it. And that's why I started watching Lucifer with her, was because I wanted to know more about, and then she was like, no, this is not like Lucifer. This is not like you look it up.
Very loosely based.
I was like, all right. But apparently, I guess he's not appearing in the new show.
No, fans wanted Tom Ellis to be Lucifer here as well, but they went a different way, probably because again, the Lucifer show is very loosely based on.
Probably because Netflix still wants to do a season 7 or whatever they're on now.
And I'll watch it. I mean,
I know it's done, but it's been done like 3 times now, and Netflix keeps renewing it. So
I mean, at least they're doing something right with one of their shows. Yeah. They cancel everything else.
Fact.
But coming up, we've got a lot of Netflix shows we're about to talk about. So if you were thinking of canceling your Netflix, don't do it yet.
No.
Not yet.
If you have to, add the commercials, whatever. It's not that big a deal.
Right. So coming up next for Netflix, Resident Evil has dropped their trailer. This is coming out July 14th. We've already talked about it, what it's about, so we're not going to go over all that again. Watch the trailer, see for yourself.
I do feel the trailer shows more of it.
It sold it better.
It sold it better. And, I like the fact that it looks like anyway, it's a completely new story, so they're going back to it takes place in the universe, a little bit in the future, I guess.
Yeah.
But not, it's not like what the last movie did, and it's not what the previous movies did. It's completely new.
I hope it takes a little bit of both, because what I like about the old movies that a lot of people don't is the new characters like Alice, and the fact that it was an adaptation of the game rather than, we're going to put the game on film. What I didn't like about the new one was they were like, here, we put the game on film.
It was too much. I finally saw what too much fan service looked like. And it was literally fan service, the movie. So if the series can bring it back.
Combine those. Give us new characters and the story we're used to.
And Easter eggs are cool. We love seeing I saw in the trailer they had some of the giant tarantula, which I've never seen in any of the movie versions. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So yeah, new characters in the universe, I'm down for that. Let's just see what they got. However, they have a lot to compete with All of Us Are Dead. So, good luck.
Well, I think this is going to come out way before that. So, this has already been announced. Again, release date July 14th for Resident Evil on Netflix. So it's coming up before Sandman, which was August 5th.
Well,
I'm going to sell Sandman.
Well, I want to make a point, though. What I mean by that is that there's already been so much good zombie content. They got to bring their game up. You can't
really
just
do.
be a Resident Evil movie and sell it on the title. Bring your game up.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying.
For sure. The next one I'm really, really excited about too, because I totally read Christopher Pike books right along with my R.L. Stine books when I was a preteen. The Netflix is doing The Midnight Club. I had this book for sure when I was a kid.
I feel like I've heard of this.
A lot of people probably had it. It was a popular book. It's from 1994.
I could be thinking of the PlayStation 2 game.
By Christopher Pike. And it's at the Rotterdam House, and it's this sanctuary, or not sanctuary, but sanatorium or whatever, health center, where dying teens go to die, basically. And there's a group of them that get together at night, and they tell each other scary stories. So it's kind of like Are You Afraid of the Dark? But then they all make this pact with each other that the very first one of them to die would try to contact the others.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's cool.
that's what the book's about, and that's what they say so it looks like they are just adapting the book. Now again, the book was written in 94. I watched this little trailer that they released, and it kind of looks from the costumes like they might be doing it in the 90s.
Why not?
It's a little hard to tell because the 90s are back in fashion right now, so
yeah.
it's hard
You
to tell.
gotta look for the cell phones.
Right, I forgot to look for the cell phones. But here's a really cool thing about this. Heather Langenkamp is going to play the doctor at this
sweet.
hospital.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm super excited for that. Love Heather Langenkamp.
That's really cool.
So watch the teaser trailer that they've released. It's going to be 10 episodes, and it's coming out October 7th.
Okay. That's awesome. Like, yeah, I don't know much about it, but that's a really cool concept that, honestly, there's a pitch that makes me want to watch it, because I want to know now, well, do they make
do it?
contact?
I know, because I read the book.
Like, wait a minute. I'm getting, like, Flatliners vibes, you know? Like,
exactly.
well, that's cool.
Yep. And it's not new or, anything like that. It's not a new idea, but I think the book did it well. I like the book, so...
I just think it's funny, like, when I hear Midnight Club, I think of the PlayStation game right here. Who's with me? It's
Not
old
me.
game.
I think of the Christopher Pike book. I mean... Alright, so that one I'm super excited about. Again, it's coming out October 7th. I'm sure we will update you as more comes out and is revealed about it. So our final TV news thing. Words fail me right now, guys. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah.
So Netflix has announced that both Squid Games and All of Us Are Dead will be getting second seasons. We kind of knew about Squid Games already, but it has been confirmed at whatever thing they did over the weekend.
Yeah.
Squid Games and All of Us Are Dead are both getting second seasons. So yay!
Yep, they released these little teasers for like TikTok or whatever, but they're not showing much, so not much to see.
But in the article I found, they did say that when he was doing season 1 of All of Us Are Dead, he kind of left it open because again, we went to try and find the manga because I wanted to read the manga and we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it happens in the manga, but if they have these hybrid zombies, but he said something like he added these hybrid zombies so that they would have a place to go for season 2.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'm sure we'll get new characters. The characters are also well developed. I'm looking forward to new characters they're going to develop in this that we can hate and love and watch them die horrible deaths. Yeah,
Korea is killing it in the zombie department.
in the horror department in general. Like, just, wow, we have to bring up our game, guys.
Right. And Resident Evil TV show's not doing it.
It's
not
probably
enough.
not going to do it, but, well... Day of the Dead definitely didn't do it. And I think that's a good example of a show that's like, hey, we got a recognizable name, we got zombies, that's all we need. And
it is not all you need.
It is not.
Alright, so let's move out of TV and get into our trailer park.
In a world.
So, they finally released a teaser trailer for Rob Zombie's The Munsters. I hate it. It just didn't feel right. Like, it felt more like it was making fun of this famous opening rather than paying homage to it.
That's exactly what it felt like. The set looked cheap. The visuals looked cheap.
They didn't look right in their costumes.
Okay, I get it. It's made for Peacock, but guys, is this a TV show or a movie? Because it's a movie. It felt like a TV show. It reminded me of when they've always tried to reboot the Munsters, and they just never quite
get it
right.
Yep. Like I told Tim, I said, okay, so our Dederson show, I feel like we did a better homage to that opening than they did here. Like, it really did. It felt like they were like, this is stupid. Look at us doing this. Like, rather than being an homage to one of the most popular TV show openings ever.
And I'm still not sold on any of the actors. After now seeing them in performance, now I'm really nervous about Herman. He is the worst.
Did not look right at all.
His head looks so small in his body. Like, it looks like
and his mannerisms were wrong. Like,
no, it's like somebody's doing. It's like your cool uncle doing an impression of him. Is what it felt like. And it felt like Rob Zombie was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Let's call my friends. You're the best Herman. You got it. Rather than auditioning all kinds of people.
Someone who was more like Fred Gwynn, you know?
Why would you just hire within your circle when there's probably better people out there?
That's the problem with Rob Zombie movies, is he does. Not everyone can be Bill Moseley. I'm sorry, they can't.
No, they can't.
You're lucky you're friends with Bill Moseley, but the rest of your cast that you are constantly pulling from...
And Sig Haig, which he lost.
Right.
So,
the great Sig Haig.
You know what? If you meet new people, you can have new people in your inner circle. Did you ever think about that? Who wouldn't want to audition to be in an iconic
Herman Munster.
role?
Right.
The only one I think that sort of passed was Grandpa, but I still don't like the mustache.
Yeah, I don't like the handlebar mustache that he added. I don't like that.
It's unnecessary.
And it looks like Sherry Moon is wearing a wig. It just does. That stripe is just too thick. It looks like a wig.
She looks like she's going as Lily Munster for Halloween.
Exactly.
That's what it
Her
looks like.
Her face doesn't look right. Like, the makeup or something is not right on it. And it just, I'm not demanding that she look like Lily Munster from the old show, but she needs to look like she is this woman.
But they're not doing enough different with it that would justify her not looking like it. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. She looks like Sherry Moon Zombie in a wig and makeup.
Exactly.
That's what she looks like.
If they were going to take a completely different tone and different modernization or whatever of it, she can look different, and that she would probably sell it better. But because they're trying to mimic exactly what we're used to, she doesn't sell it. And she looks like she's in a costume. She looks like she's going out for Halloween. And Herman looks like he has some elaborate Halloween makeup on to pull off the costume. You know, it's like, and Grandpa is a guy dressed up as Grandpa who didn't want to shave his handlebar mustache off. You know, that's what you.
I hate it. It's like a 30-second trailer teaser.
I know, it doesn't.
And I hate it.
It doesn't even show that much, and it starts out in black and white, and then once it goes to color, it actually gets worse.
I hate it even more. I hate it even more.
It gets worse.
Just do it in black and white, dude. They still have not given us an actual date. It's coming out sometime this year.
It'll be around Halloween, I guess.
Most likely, yeah. Everyone's guessing most likely around Halloween, but dude, it's getting close. You might want to start announcing some dates. Like, Yeah, we've bashed the Munsters enough. Let's move on. The final trailer for Nope was released. Thank God, because I was getting so tired of that other trailer playing before every goddamn movie in the theater. I was like, it was starting to make me be like, I don't even want to watch this movie anymore. I was getting so mad. It's the same one. Yeah. Every single movie we went to for the past 6 months is that Nope trailer.
Yep, sure was.
I was getting real sick of it.
Yeah, I think it was when we saw Men, you were just really bad.
I was done. I was like, either put this movie in theaters already or stop playing the goddamn trailer, because I'm done. So they finally released a new trailer, and it was awesome. And yes, I still very much want to see this movie.
It definitely gives us a better outlook what the story's about and everything.
But it's like when they play a song too much on the radio, and you're like, oh my god, I hate it. Get it away from me. That's what I was starting to feel like with this Nope trailer, because it feels like it's been around forever. But this new trailer is awesome. Check it out. It's the final trailer, because this movie comes out finally July 22nd, 2022.
And tickets are on sale now. We just got ours. So yeah. Way in advance.
Move on to our final trailer. Netflix again. They're having a Norwegian horror movie called Troll, and we like the Troll series that they came out with. So we're like, okay.
This one looks more like Troll Hunter, though.
Yeah.
So I think it's
And I think it's definitely more based on, like, the Norwegian folklore.
Yes, as Troll Hunter was, too.
Yeah. So this is directed by a man named Roar Uthog, which is an awesome name.
Yeah, it is an awesome name.
And he says he's had this idea for this movie for over 20 years. Oh. So this is like a passion project for him.
Sweet.
Here's what it's about. Deep inside the mountain of Dover, Norway, something gigantic awakens after being trapped for 1,000 years. Destroying everything in its path, the creature is fast approaching the capital of Norway, with city dwellers struggling to stop something they thought existed only in Norwegian folklore.
Yeah, that does sound cool. And again, if you guys haven't seen Troll Hunter, it used to be on Netflix. It might be. I watched it a few years back, but it was about people who hunted these giant mythical trolls and stuff. And it was done like a found footage movie, and really quite well done, I might say. So that's what this reminds me of, and obviously it's based upon the same folklore. Yep. Obviously going a different direction. But I thought the trailer looked cool, and I liked Troll Hunter enough that I would check this out.
And
sure.
I like the Trolls TV series that Netflix did that we watched. We did a review on it.
Yes, yeah, much different, but that was very cool.
Check out our review.
Yeah.
Link it here.
Yeah, trolls must be a big thing in Norway.
It's part of their folklore.
Yeah, that's very cool though. I like it.
So there's no release date on that yet, but like I said, they did release a trailer, so check it out. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get on to the news. All right, so big news is a lot of Scream news.
Sit back.
Right. So first up, Bloody Disgusting confirmed reports that Scream 6 will take part, at least part of it, in New York City. There have been set photos and stuff that have been coming out, and so Bloody Disgusting was able to confirm that, yes, at least part of Scream 6 takes place in New York City.
So are we getting Scream Takes Manhattan?
I mean, if they do, they can't do it worse than Jason did. They really can't.
Just please don't make it take place on a boat and get off at the end of the movie.
Well, they're currently filming in Canada, which is where Jason Takes Manhattan was filmed.
That's true. Yep. Yeah.
So we'll see. Apparently, there's a part of Canada that looks like New York.
I was just thinking, I wonder what part that's interesting.
So now let's move on to less fun news about Scream. So last week, we told you about how David Arquette was asked and gave a response supporting Neve Campbell in an interview he was doing for The Quarry. Well, this week, Matthew Lillard spoke up in her defense while he was doing a Twitter Space conversation with the Midnight Movie Club. So here's his quote while he was talking to them. Did Tom Cruise take less money for the Top Gun sequel? Fuck no, dude. So why is a woman supposed to take less? Why wouldn't you pay her more as the series goes on? Was Scream 5 a hit or not a hit? It was a smash hit. Did they make a shit ton of money? Yes. Should Neve Campbell be paid for the work she's done in 5 movies of a franchise? Yes, because she's a female lead of one of the most successful horror franchises. This situation is infuriating.
It really is.
It really is. Agree, Matthew. Yeah. And also, Jamie Kennedy posted a YouTube video on his channel where he expresses support for Neve Campbell as well.
Sidney Prescott is the center of Scream. Neve Campbell is the face of Scream. The franchise gets rebooted. The franchise is more popular than ever. And to me, Neve is, we're all in this universe, but it's her story. Her POV, her pain, everything is her. They're locking people in left and right, and you don't have Sidney Prescott. And I believe, don't quote me on this, she has a very hearty part in the script. It's crazy that the people behind the scenes are not paying the money to literally the face of the franchise, and it's people that weren't involved from the get-go. This is everything that's wrong with the business.
And that's how I feel, too, is I was so mad after the last movie, guys, because, again, it didn't feel like a Scream movie. There was no joy in it. There was no fun in it. And I said, I don't know that Scream can survive without Wes Craven. And I think I might be proven right.
Yeah, I mean, it also makes me think that if, this is kind of like their last attempt, their last chance to redeem themselves with the last one. Now, I know a lot of people love Scream 5, and that's fine.
I think once they settle with it, they'll come around.
Yeah, I think that the producers and maybe even the directors are all absorbed in that love that they think they don't need her anymore. And maybe they gave them a certain budget and they're not budging. But they should cut it out, because you'd be better off to cut out one of the newer characters. Say they died off screen.
Cut out Sam. I hate Sam. I hate her.
Yeah,
I hate Sam.
I do too. I don't think Sam was. And do we really need?
If your guys are planning to have Sam take over as the face of this franchise from Neve Campbell, you already failed, because I hate this character.
Yeah, I think their only hope is to have Jenna Ortega take over and really increase her role.
Because I like Tara. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I think that and I think everybody, I mean, she's like a face of horror all of a sudden.
Right.
Like, she's great.
Kill Sam, keep Tara.
And I think Sam should be the bad guy, honestly. I really do. I think Billy should just take over her body or whatever. Like, just go off the rails, guys. Right. Go off the fucking
you already started.
rails.
Just go.
Just
really
go for
lean
it.
into it.
Like, yeah, if you're not going to have Neve anymore, it's fine. Ghostface takes Manhattan. Ghostface goes to space.
But let me tell you, the more that comes out about this, the less I want to see the sequel. Because I don't want to support a movie that's going to shit all over the female lead that has sold this movie for 5 movies.
And see, here's your problem, too, is if you were going to do this, if you were going to make this decision, then you should have done it with the requel. And that's when you don't bring back the original characters, or you bring them back and you kill them off, whatever. You don't do it, because now every Hollywood movie, unless you have a contract prior that states otherwise, you get an increase in pay. So if Jenna Ortega and all didn't have a contract saying they had to appear in the next one for a certain amount of money, they should get an increase in pay.
It's negotiation.
It's how it works. And so they missed their opportunity. So now, okay, we were talking about this earlier, and if Neve would have said, I just don't want to do it.
That's fine.
If Neve would have said,
I'm
I don't
fine
have a
with that.
script. If Neve would have said anything else, but it's money negotiations and they're not paying me what I'm worth, but I would come back otherwise, now you're fucked.
Yep.
Now you have to renegotiate and figure out how to get her in this movie. If you proceed without it...
I don't know.
Oh, that's on you guys.
Right. I'm so mad, because Scream is like one of my top 3 franchises. I love Scream. I know everything about it. I feel like I could have written a better Scream movie than these Radio Silence guys. I hate what they did in this 5th movie so much, because it's not a Scream movie. It doesn't feel like a Scream movie. It doesn't have any of the fun or lightheartedness that kind of breaks up the very extreme horror of this series when you really think about it.
It was fun. It was, and I don't care who thinks what, because of some of the lines she had. She was no, I can't remember her character's name, but the one who replaced Jamie Kennedy was not
the niece.
Same. Yeah, it wasn't the same. Her movie knowledge and everything, and everybody was movie knowledgeable in this movie.
Yeah, which everyone is now.
Which
That's
everyone
the point.
is, so I guess that is the point. But I don't know. I just think that I've seen this a lot in movies where they have an opportunity to make the right decision and then they don't.
But they just don't
do it. They did it in Aquaman. They're doing it in The Flash, and now they're doing it with this movie. Only those movies.
They're fucked on The Flash.
Those movies were different circumstances,
right?
But they should have gotten rid of those people immediately before you jump into production.
Before Ezra Miller went and terrorized a whole island of Hawaii. You should have gotten rid of him the very first, or them, because Ezra Miller goes by them.
Yeah.
Should have gotten rid of them the very first time they made a problem for you. And I don't even want to talk about the Aquaman thing. I didn't see the first one. I'm not seeing the second one. Fuck Aquaman. Fuck WB. That's all I gotta say.
We could go on a whole other video rant of where.
But
DC
my point is that whoever Radio Silence, whatever you want to say, is in charge of Scream right now.
Paramount,
they're doing the exact same bullshit.
Yeah, you have an opportunity. So now, here's your opportunity. So if you put that out there to see how the fans are going to react, I have seen nonstop memes of support for Neve Campbell. And people are saying they won't go see it now without her. So guess what? That's only going to build and build and build. You've seen what the internet can do, guys, with their fan base.
4.5 million signatures to get Amber Heard out of Aquaman.
So yeah, the internet has power now, guys, and I think if you want your movie and this franchise to keep going, fix it in this one, and if you don't want to deal with the next one, then kill her off and be done with it.
Yep.
Just pay her what she's worth.
Which is what we were talking about is on the article I found that I was reading for these guys' quotes. They did say that Gale Weathers is a part of it. And so it made me instantly wonder, well, what are they paying Courtney Cox? Are they paying her what she's worth? Or is she just like, well, as long as you kill me right away, fine, whatever. And in that case, I would love for her to be the opening kill, like Cotton Weary in the third one. I almost said season 3, but the third movie.
Well, it feels like a show by now.
Right, in the third movie, where they just open with killing one of our legacy characters. I think that's how Gale should go out. If they are truly filming, or some part of it is taking place in New York, that's where Gale lives.
That makes sense,
So have it be there, have Ghostface kill Gale, that's what brings the new crew in, or whatever. But, again, to do it without Sidney when Neve Campbell was still willing to come back, and it's just a money issue, that's not a good look.
No, it's not. It is definitely is not. So, and again, we don't know what capacity they wanted her back either. You know, that might be, maybe that's why they were trying to undercut her.
Right, because remember, during the news last week, our story was that rumors out of whatever that weekend con was that she said she just didn't like the script.
Exactly.
And then other news started breaking that what it was really about, and we had to do a news update. So maybe
it's
both. Maybe she doesn't like the script or the money.
And who knows? Maybe they were gonna kill her off real quick too. Like, and she was just like, "Well, fine,
pay me.
Yeah,
I'm the face of this franchise. Pay me." And I think that's a reasonable demand.
It is a reasonable demand because I don't care how small part they have in it, they're gonna be in the trailer and the marketing to sell it.
Yep.
So guess what? There's value there.
All right, so let's move on from that because I'm angry now.
Do you have a happier story in there?
Jurassic Park overtook Top Gun Maverick as the highest opening weekend this year for a non-superhero movie. So that's good news.
Yeah, I like it better than Top Gun.
Right. I mean, I didn't see Top Gun. I'm not going to see Top Gun. It's not my movie. It's not my genre.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. So Jurassic Park took $148 million over the weekend when Maverick raised $126 in their opening. But Jurassic Park has been playing in other countries for a while now, so now our opening here has brought the global total to around $390 million.
I mean, the series definitely has legs, and we won't get too much into reviewing it or telling you our thoughts.
Right, because we have a review coming out on Friday.
Yeah, so please watch that. But, like, you know, the series, if you just look at the history of it, has an issue.
They can't do a third one.
They can't do part 3.
They can't do part 3.
I don't know why. It's whatever, you know. So, yeah, it falls in that same victim. Yeah. But it shows that there's still an audience for it. People love dinosaurs, guys. You know?
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes so far, as of when I was doing research this morning to update this story, Rotten Tomatoes was 30% critic score, but 79% audience score. And I think audiences have always kind of liked these movies more than critics anyway. Because it's dinosaurs. That's all we want. We just want to see dinosaurs.
And it was fun seeing Grant back and everything. And,
the last him and Ellie were still cute together.
Yeah, it was great. So I did hear a rumor recently that they're saying that the Colin Trevorrow, the director of this one and the first Lost World, wants to bring back the children as adults, and I guess the boy still acts.
She does not, though. She's become an artist.
She does not, but I guess she showed up at the premiere, which is making people wonder. So we'll see. But that's the rumor, and honestly, my opinion, get rid of all the new characters, do part 4 with just the legacy characters, or maybe just the children.
I'm done with Owen and Claire. Like, I can't with Owen and Claire.
They didn't write them enough to really give us to care or not.
Right. Like, we'll go further into that in our review. But yeah.
Exactly. See, here's a case where if you don't bring back the characters, it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Right.
You know, but
they gotta eat my dinosaurs. It's fine.
Yeah.
But to be fair, no one really likes Owen and Claire, so they're like the joke of the series.
It's their own fault. They didn't develop them.
No, they're not developed. He's like, I'm tough guy, and she's all like, I had a change of heart from tough businesswoman. Now I want to save the dinos. Like it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
They're not fleshed out at all, and it feels.
Again,
we'll get there, but in the review. So let's move on to Indie Film Spotlight.
My advice to young filmmakers, make a movie every week. Make films, no matter what anybody says, and you'll be a filmmaker.
All right, so it's a real short one this week, but I really liked it. It's called The Changing Room. It's from Grimoire Horror YouTube channel. It's got a 4-minute, 26-second runtime, so it won't take up your whole afternoon. It's about A woman finds herself in a nightmarish trap after sneaking into a closed-off changing room. So it's a real simple concept, but the visual effects were amazing in this little short. Like, I really like the visual effects.
I thought it was really well done. It looked really cool, and it was intense, and it did make you wonder where it was going to go, and yeah, I think for a little film, they did a real bang-up job. It reminded me of the scene from The Last Jedi a lot with Owen Wilson. And I was like, I wonder if that was an influence.
It all comes back to Star Wars.
It does.
So this was written, directed, edited, and the VFX were by Sam Evanson, and it was starring Jamie Taylor Ballista and Alan Maxon.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like, again, it's only 4 minutes. It's worth your watch. You get these, the effects
the mirror
and everything.
stuff is really cool.
It's very, very cool. Like,
I don't know how they did it. Like, I was sitting there trying to be like, okay, like, did they build rooms or like, how did they do this?
I'm guessing with just CG and green screen, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But it's very, and I liked the effects of it walking afterwards, which I know we've seen, but it still looked really good.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like, I can't really talk about because I don't want to ruin the movie for you. So it's it's a small detail in the ending that bothers me, but
let's just say a dead body's arms should have dropped and they didn't. They stayed up.
Yeah, which there might be an explanation for that the director has, whatever, but it was still cool. So
no, it's a very, very small complaint.
Very small complaint. So
yeah, I like it. Definitely check it out. Like I said, Grimoire Horror YouTube channel. I believe we've had them featured on here before.
Probably.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a bunch of little shorts on their channel, so check them out, give them a like. And while you're liking things on YouTube,
imagine that.
Like and subscribe here. Ring the bell so you get notifications. Because, yeah, we're going to start having a bunch of little short clips pulled from Thanks We Hate It, from all our shows.
Yeah, from the news, from our reviews and stuff
everything.
Like that. Including, like, you may have seen our news briefs and our breaking news stuff. So as things happen, if we are available to record it right away, we'll do breaking news, but we're going to have at least once a week a news brief.
Yep.
And let us know if you like that or not. If you rather be in the longer episodes and you like the podcast format, then we'll keep that, obviously. But if the little news briefs, if it's kind of a fun little, oh, that's cool, let us know that you like it. The viewers are saying you like it as well, if anything else. So we appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Yeah, I guess we're ending the video now. So thanks.
I got nothing else.
Damn it.
I'm out. I'm out.
We're out. We got to go. So, on that note, I guess I'm going to shut up now.
All right. Have a good night. Goodbye.
When Vin Diesel was not in Fast and Furious, it did what it did. But when he came back, it showed you the power of Vin Diesel, right? There it is. When Fast and Furious came back with Vin, rebooted itself, and I don't think there's any argument that Dominic Toretto is the fucking focal point of Fast and Furious. I just don't think anyone could ever argue with that, okay? And to me, Nev we're all in this universe, but it's her story, her POV, her pain. Everything is her.